Alright, what's up, guys? So today has just been a weird day. First of all, I woke up late. I went on YouTube and then I saw Collider. They had a video up, saying "Rest in peace, John Schnepp." So I was just like, "What, really?" Because I remember I was watching John Campia's one of John Campia's shows, and he mentioned something about the John Schnepp situation. So I didn't really know what it was, and I forgot to Google the whole situation. So I'm watching the video, and they're saying, "Oh, John Schnepp died," and I don't know. I was just so sad. It's like I was about to like fucking cry or something, like, because it was so unexpected out of nowhere that this guy. It was a big guy. It was so funny. I was watching him since his AMC days, and I would watch Collider just for John Schnepp. It was hilarious, and it's just so sad. And I wish his family the best. And um so I went on Twitter and first of all, yeah, the John Schnepp situation, he was unconscious. I think I read the GoFundMe. He was unconscious and in critical condition, and then he passed away. And that was on Twitter. I found that on Twitter, and then I went to I look at the top of Twitter and I saw James Gunn trending. So I didn't know why James Gunn would be trending. He's James Gunn, so did they move up the release date for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Like, what is going on with James Gunn? Like, did he say something about Trump since he's such a big Trump critic, you know? And then I did a bit more research, and apparently this guy called Mike Cornish, I believe his name is Mike Cornish, um, uh, released, some of James Gunn's dormant tweets from back in 2009, and um, it said that Disney fired him. So automatically, I guess I wanted to defend James Gunn. Like, really, you're firing a guy who said some offensive things from 10 years ago? How is that? Like, come on, like the whole Me Too movement, people being guilty, without, there is no due process. It's like there's no more due process going around here. People are guilty, in the public eye without evidence. So I didn't know what to think, but I was just like, really, you're gonna fire this guy? He was so good in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Volume 2 was okay, and he's a good up and coming director for Marvel, one of Marvel's favorites. And this guy is the same guy that is, I believe, what is he running? He's about to run the whole Marvel space universe or something like that. So I looked into the tweets. What did he say? A lot of pedophilia jokes, and they're troubling, they're disturbing. So one of them was I like it when little boys touch me in my silly places. Yeah, James Gunn said that. Another one was The Expendables was so manly. I fucked the shit out of this little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town. Yeah. He then made another joke about he talked about inviting a guy who castrated a little boy. I forgot the whole context, but he talked about a guy inviting a guy who castrated little boys. So he's making jokes about people removing little boys' testicles. So it's just a troubling set of tweets. Another one, eagle snatching kids is what I call it when I get lucky. So I don't know. That is another one he wrote a blog on. It's called Monkey Jerked Off on Kid. So yeah. The first time I masturbated to Justin Bieber, it was a job. But now I can't stop. It's like jerk off crack. So what's going on with James Gunn's mind? Like um this you can't defend this. Although this is 10 years ago, this is not something you could defend. You can't say these things. And I know comedians have this tendency to say, "Oh, it was just a joke. It's just a joke." Yes, it's a joke, but just you don't have to make these kind of jokes. Pedophilia, it's not funny. A lot of kids are being molested in Hollywood, and you don't hear about it until 10 or 15 years later because they're so scared to come forward. I believe the guy's name was Corey Feldman or whatever. I think Macaulay Culkin was one of them. It was rumored to be one of them. So it's a serious issue, and he's making jokes about it. The same guy who is a director in Hollywood, I believe he directed Slither. Um, so it's troubling, and I understand why Disney fired him. It's not about, oh, it was 10 years ago. It's just you have a grown man making these kind of jokes. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about it. And so the fact that Disney fired him, it's totally understandable. It's totally 100% understandable because you cannot have a guy saying these things working for you. Disney, a publicly traded company, you just can't have that. So now the question remains: who will replace James Gunn and direct Guardians of the Galaxy? Because there's no way he's coming back. There's just no way he's coming back. So we'll replace him. I guess that would be Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok. Now Taika, I think he wanted to do a Thor 4, but I don't know what's going on with that. And right now, I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is finished. I think the script is finished. James Gunn finished the script. So I think it was probably going in pre-production and they was about to start filming. So can Taiko come on and salvage this thing? It remains to be seen. But I hope he's a name up there that is being considered. He's the only name on my list because Thor Ragnarok was funny. I love that film, and Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy, they're kind of the same tone, so we'll see. But yeah, it's a weird day. The John Snap thing and now James Gunn being fired because of pedophilia jokes. Yeah, it's really bad, but you know.